When I first came to JMU, I was surrounded by a lot of people. I was constantly with people, but I felt really lonely. And I just felt really isolated and that no one was really there. And it really lasted like a whole year. I got really lost with trying to find comfort in relationships. I was on Tinder a lot. It was really uncomfortable. I spent a lot of time crying. I think my first 2 years, it slowly got better over time, but I would cry like every week. And people always said I was so high-strung or just super stressed all the time, and I just didn't really feel like I had true friends. And I did. I had friends and, I had fun, but it just was an isolating feeling for a long time. And just over time, I realized that God was there and that He was leading me to community with people who didn't just tell me, oh, you look so cute, or, little things like that, they might make you feel good in the moment or, for a little while, but they weren't really meaningful. It was true community and people who would lift me up and keep me accountable to my sin and, to run the race for God. Before I had a support group with crew and people to point me back to Christ, it was a lot of pressure. I felt like I had to, make a certain grade, and I was so overwhelmed and I wasn't sleeping well. And then when I started realizing that God was there with me and that He provided people to point me back to Christ, it wasn't so much about grades anymore, or making an A or, but that my work in school glorified God. So it was still important, but it wasn't the utmost importance. If I failed, that's just part of life. I could retake a class, and it's not really, the most important thing in the world. Even if you're not religious, or if you don't believe in God, there are people who are going to help you and comfort you and guide you, and it's a really awesome community to be with. And I think over time you realize who God is and that He cares for you, and that we have a desperate need for God.